Liverpool rocked by shock twists on and off the pitch. Don't miss a second. Subscribe now for instant Reds updates, exclusives, and breaking alerts. Slot hits back. Salah summer decision looms. Big exit call incoming. Liverpool are heading for a massive summer shake-up, and you don't want to miss this. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Reds transfer drama. Arne Slot hits back at Wayne Rooney dig and makes clear Jurgen Klopp point Liverpool boss Arne Slot has dismissed Wayne Rooney's claims. He does not have the aura to manage at the top level, pointing to his Premier League title win. Last season, Arne Slot has brushed off suggestions from Wayne Rooney that he lacks the aura required to manage Liverpool, highlighting that such criticisms weren't being voiced when he lifted the Premier League trophy last term. Slot has faced mounting scrutiny throughout the campaign following a challenging title defence for the Reds, who currently sit outside the top four and the automatic Champions League qualification spots. The situation led former England striker Rooney to draw unfavourable comparisons this week between the Liverpool manager and his predecessor Jurgen Klopp, claiming Slot doesn't possess the necessary presence for the role. I just don't think, for Liverpool, Slot has that aura, Rooney said on the Overlap fan debate earlier this week. Maybe that's because Liverpool have just come off the back of Jurgen Klopp as manager. It's difficult for anyone to do that, but I just don't think there is that aura about him. However, when pressed on the remarks, Slot responded, "Comparing people with each other is something everyone has the right to do, but is that fair to compare people with each other? We are all different. The only thing we have in common, Jurgen and me, is that we both won the league, and that's not too bad, is it? I think the more a manager wins, the more aura he has. That's in general something." I don't know if you agree with Wayne Rooney, by the way, but if this would be the general opinion, then I think people would probably tell you last season I had more aura than this season. But maybe he's the only one who has this opinion. I don't know, you tell me. It's the first time that I heard this. But I think it's fair to say that Jurgen definitely has aura. Yeah, I can talk about him, not about myself, but he definitely had that. But a winning manager has an aura as well. Slot, whose Liverpool side face Nottingham Forest on Sunday afternoon, believes the relentless scrutiny from an ever-growing number of media platforms means those in his role are far less likely to enjoy extended spells comparable to Klopp and current Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola. I got this question a few months ago and I was a bit surprised, but when I later thought about it, I think it's harder now because there's so much being said about football, so much more than 10 years ago, Slot said. The moment you start to lose one or two games now, then there's much more being spoken about it and much more emphasis on it. So that makes it more difficult. I think the job has become harder because of all the media attention. Jurgen did so well. Pep did so well. But the biggest accomplishment is maybe to do this job for 10 years, because it's hard work, I can tell you. Many people work hard, but it's also mentally hard. Is the power more with the players now than it's ever been before? I would argue that is true. I don't think that has changed in football. The question is always, do owners or the people who decide listen to players if they are not positive about you? And that's different in every club. In another news, Mohamed Salah told what he should do in the summer as Arne Slot plea made to Liverpool Chiefs. Former Premier League star Rafael van der Vaart believes Mohamed Salah should leave Liverpool this summer as Saudi Pro League clubs circle. Former Premier League star Rafael van der Vaart has suggested that it would benefit everyone involved if Mohamed Salah departed Liverpool during the summer transfer window. Salah was caught up in a very public row with the club in December, following a spell of matches where he was left on the substitutes bench under Arne Slot. The attacker criticised his treatment before suggesting a potential January departure. Salah was omitted from the squad for the Champions League triumph over Inter Milan before returning to Liverpool's matchday squad for the 2-0 win against Brighton and Hove Albion following direct discussions with Slot. Prior to joining up with Egypt's Africa Cup of Nations squad, the forward also said sorry to his teammates. Nevertheless, the summer transfer window could signal the end of the forward's Liverpool stint, as Saudi Pro League sides remain repeatedly linked with a move for Salah. And Van der Vaart reckons the choice is a straightforward one, telling Sky Bet, "When I look at Mohamed Salah and the position he plays on the pitch, he has lost that extra half yard, and the pace is gone with age. He used to be so quick and would run at players, but I can see now that it is different, and this is because of his age. When I look at Mohamed Salah and the position he plays on the pitch, he has lost that extra half yard, and the pace is gone with age. He used to be so quick and would run at players, but I can see now that it is different, and this is because of his age. When you look at Virgil van Dijk, age is less important for a defender. There were games he performed not at his best and everyone writes him off. But over a full season, even at this age, he shows everyone how good he is." On Mohamed Salah, having a big player and a big name is sometimes a problem for both the player and coach. When you expect certain things as a coach from him and he doesn't do it, then of course you have the right to put him on the bench. But because it's Mohamed Salah, this can cause a massive issue. In every press conference, every question will be on Salah. It could be best for both sides if Salah goes somewhere else in the summer. Whilst Van der Vaart reckons Salah's departure might suit all parties this summer, he holds a different view regarding Reds manager Slot. Arne Slot is the man that can turn things around at Liverpool. I believe this 100%. Spending 500 millimeters in the summer gives you no guarantee that the team is going to be better, and we've seen this, he said. You have to remember that when Liverpool were winning, a lot of the time it was a goal in the last minute. Football is sometimes a game of luck, and now they're in a phase where the luck is not on their side. I really hope that Liverpool stay calm and keep Slot because he can turn it around. Liverpool have a task on their hands to turn their form around under Slot to help keep his job secure in the coming months. The Reds won the Premier League in his first campaign at the helm, but after a summer of heavy investment, they have regressed with results in the division. The current challenge is to secure Champions League football for next season, with the race wide open to try and seal a place in the top 4 or 5. In another news, Harvey Elliott's summer options at Liverpool, including potential Jurgen Klopp reunion. Harvey Elliott has endured a difficult loan spell at Aston Villa with limited playing time. Harvey Elliott is at a pivotal moment in his career, following the Liverpool star's disastrous loan stint at Aston Villa. Elliott moved to Villa at the beginning of the campaign after slipping down Arne Slot's pecking order. But what could have been a chance to demonstrate his worth to the Dutchman has descended into a disaster in the Midlands, despite him continuing to put in maximum effort during training sessions. The 22-year-old has managed just 7 appearances across all competitions under Unai Emery, with just 3 of those coming as starts. Only 4 of those matches have come in the Premier League, where he has been on the pitch for just 13 minutes since September. Emery's justification for sidelining Elliott revolves around a reported loan arrangement that dictates that Villa must purchase the former Fulham player for $35 million once he reaches 10 games for them. However, it has now emerged that the stipulation only applies to Premier League games, which means Elliott could feature more in the top flight this term, for all that his involvement under Unai Emery has been limited so far. Nevertheless, Elliott appears at a crossroads, both presently and in the summer. His campaign remains far from ideal, while uncertainty reigns over what lies ahead in the summer, with a contract that runs until 2027. Here, Mirror Football examines some of the possible routes available to Elliott and Liverpool this summer. Liverpool comeback. Elliott's devotion to Liverpool has remained strong since joining the U23 setup in 2019. He earned his Premier League debut in 2020 after a loan spell at Blackburn Rovers and has now featured 149 times for the Reds. Following the signing of a fresh contract in 2021, Elliott spoke passionately about the club he now calls home. He said, "The love ever since the first day has been enormous. I've received so many messages. I'm thankful for everything they have given to me. Their support to us boys is like having a 12th man on the pitch, to be honest, and we've missed them a lot. This year will be nice to have them back, nice to have them in the stadiums, and hopefully we can prove them right this year and go and do it again. They are unbelievable. The The fans are truly one of us. They keep us going and keep us positive. We just want to do everything for them. We want to win for them. We'll give it 100%. While Slot evidently didn't rate Elliott last summer, that doesn't automatically spell the end of his Anfield journey. His outstanding mentality and commitment during his loan stint at Villa speak volumes about his character. While the club is already well aware of the talent he brings, he scored 15 goals and provided 21 assists in red, securing 2 Premier League crowns and several domestic cups. A character like Elliott might well believe he can engineer a return to the club in the summer and battle his way into Slot's first team. Help from Jurgen Klopp. During the summer of 2025, ESPN claimed that RB Leipzig were pursuing Elliott on a permanent basis from Liverpool. Back then, the Reds weren't willing to part with the midfielder permanently and faced no urgency to sanction the star's departure. However, with the 22-year-old starved of game time at Villa, Slot appearing unconvinced and his deal expiring in 2027, Elliott might contemplate a switch to Germany, and he already has a familiar face there. Ex-Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp joined Red Bull as head of global soccer following his departure from the Reds and could facilitate an agreement. Following Klopp's exit from Anfield, Elliott told Amazon Prime precisely how significant the former boss is to him and the club. He said, "I'm surprised there isn't a statue of him yet. You know, he's built the team up, won so many things, and he has that legacy which I think will live forever for many, many years. Until I'm even dead, it will go on. And he deserves it. What he's done to this team, the way he's built it up and made it like a family. The players, the fans, everyone in this building, or even around the world, everyone feels together, and that's because of him. You know, the way he is as a person, and the way he handles everything that comes his way. He's a legend in my eyes, and he will be a legend of this club forever." Now it's like you look back on these times, and in the moment you don't really think about these things because you as a player. It's always about the next game. You can't get too overwhelmed with these situations. But looking back, as I say, he's a legend. Premier League switch. Should Liverpool and Elliott conclude that a permanent departure suits both parties, a transfer to a Premier League rival could be in his future. There would probably be plenty of suitors for a player who has demonstrated his abilities in the top flight, while the remaining duration on his deal, plus a potential drop in his asking price due to his limited game time, might also prove attractive. Prior to his Aston Villa move, West Ham were amongst the clubs reportedly keen on Elliott. More recently, Leeds have also been touted as a potential destination for the midfielder. What lies ahead for the Liverpool talent remains to be seen, with a significant summer on the horizon. In another news, Liverpool consider risky summer exit as Euro giants offer last chance for significant sale. Report. Liverpool face a big decision over the future of a key squad player this summer, with European giants AC Milan reportedly plotting an eye-catching Anfield raid, and the Reds have already agreed a deal for his potential replacement. Arne Slot's side are in a season of transition after they spent close to 450 million, 505 metres, 600 metres on new signings last summer. More movement is expected in the next transfer window, and some big-name departures are on the horizon. The likes of Mo Salah, Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk all have varying degrees of uncertainty surrounding their futures, but the latest update is about Joe Gomez, who could be set to take on a new challenge. The 28-year-old isn't a regular in Slot's starting XEs, but has still made 19 appearances this season, filling in at centre-back and right-back when required. According to reports, Gomez is at a career crossroads, and Italian giants Milan are leading the race for his signature. The versatile defender's Liverpool contract expires in 2027, and that's why the Reds are reportedly considering letting him go. Liverpool are keen to reshape their backline with younger specialist profiles, a source is said to have told Court Offside. Gomez is no longer seen as indispensable, but rather as a valuable market asset. With his contract expiring in 2027, The summer of 2026 is viewed as the last major opportunity for the club to secure a significant transfer fee. Liverpool double exit issue makes Gomez Salah risk. Liverpool agreed a $60 million deal to sign Rennes centre-back Jeremy Jacquet last month, and he is set to arrive at Anfield this summer once he's played out the season in France. The talented 22-year-old could potentially fill the void that will be left by Gomez if he leaves. But there is another issue for club owners, Fenway Sports Group, FSG, to consider. As mentioned, there is also uncertainty surrounding the future of fellow defender Konate, who is out of contract at the season's end. Liverpool haven't given up hope of tying Konate down to an extension, but with top sides such as Real Madrid interested in him, there is a possibility of him leaving on a free transfer. A Konate-Gomez double exit would leave a bigger void in Slot's squad that could not just be filled by Jacquet, meaning another centre-back signing could be necessary. With Milan looking to seal a deal for Gomez, this is something Liverpool must consider before approving an exit. Latest Liverpool news: shock, Harvey Elliott twist, positive attacker talks. Meanwhile, a report has revealed a bombshell loophole in Harvey Elliott's loan deal with Aston Villa, which will allow the Liverpool outcast to play more frequently than initially expected. Villa are obligated to buy Elliott for around $30 million if certain conditions are met, but Unai Emery's side still have no intention of doing so. In other news, Liverpool are reported to have held positive discussions to sign one of Wolves' most exciting players as the race for his signature heats up. Manchester United and Arsenal are also showing interest in the youngster.